It's a slippery egg.
That's a big egg.
Yeah, it is.
Perfectly cooked, too.
Amazing. Whoever did that.
That's the last avocado, though, so we're going to have to get creative now.
It's been easy so far.
Been creative
Yeah, I mean, this has been simple.
It's easy to make fancy
Yeah,
stuff.
what are you having for breakfast?
I'm making canned peaches.
Jade, where'd your egg go?
It's a little slippery.
It's a slippery egg. Here, use a fork. That's
Oh,
gonna
pop it.
pop. That's
You're
gonna
gonna pop
right
that
in your
all
mouth.
over
yeah,
you.
Just eat that over the plate. There you go.
Oh wow, this really was perfectly cooked.
I know.
The
I didn't
dogs are
even
here to
time
help
it
if you
either.
need it.
Just went off the inner clock there.
Dang. Even in different time zones. It's impressive.
Okay, everyone's been asking about the different time zones and like how are we managing it?
We're not.
Yeah, he was like, so what are you doing about the different time zones? And I was like, being confused. That's what we're doing.
Do you guys have do you have a GMT clock? Are you running on Zulu time? No. Nope, we're just waking up when we wake up and going to bed when we go to bed. And...
One night, I'm pretty sure like I got like 2 hours, or I got like more sleep and you guys got less sleep.
But one time Brett definitely got less.
Yeah, because it rewinded on his...
we like tacked back across it.
Yeah.
One day I went through time zone on my shift and I still have no idea if I got more or less sleep. I could not tell you.
I mean, honestly, like when we were doing like the watches like that, we were tired anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah. I remember I woke up one day and it was 6:58, about to be 7, like as soon as I looked at the phone. And then I got up, brushed my teeth, looked at the phone again, and it was 8 o'clock. And I was like...
Brushed my teeth for a long time.
Yeah.
Good morning from day 14. 14. 1-4. In case you didn't know, that is 2 full weeks. We have been at sea for 2 full weeks crossing the Atlantic. And for 2 full weeks, we have had the most incredible weather. Every single day, we have had good weather. And today is no exception. Once again, absolutely stunning. We have a good amount of wind today. We're moving. We were supposed to be becalmed, so this is nice. I'm the last of the crew to be awake for the day and ready. I don't know if anybody's vlogged yet, so sorry. I just woke up Brett. Brett is out here napping. Ayana is in here doing some watercolor penciling. And I'm just exporting yesterday's vlog. And I just fixed Brett's guitar. So he's gonna play guitar today, I think.
I'm excited for that.
Me too. Yeah, we're having a no phone day, or at least a less phone day. Like less technology, less screens, more art and reading books and playing music and just, I mean, doing what you should be doing.
What we usually do, but just more of it.
Yeah, what we usually do, but more. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good for day 14. I think my back's out of place. So I think Brett's probably gonna take care of that later. Give me a back massage. Good stuff. Let me move the pillow, because she now took the pillow spot. Such a good girl. So sleepy. I am about to demolish the leftover bean dip from last night. Because that was so good. And I've been thinking about it. I think I may have dreamt about it, actually. So good. Penny, we're trying to practice. She's fine, she's fine. Okay, so I am gonna lean forward.
Right?
Right?
So,
Okay.
so then I need to go like...
So, yeah, turn around. Oh, no, yeah. Wait. How does it go again? Like that, right?
Yeah, so hold on to my shoulders,
Okay.
and then I'll have to do a flip.
There's no way! This is Ayana. And put your arms up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Hold my... You're facing the wrong direction.
I do a handstand, and you catch my legs.
Okay.
Okay?
This is gonna really hurt me.
Is your foot okay?
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Perfect. Now just hold me like a baby. Rock me to sleep.
Jade's like, I'm gonna draw this diagram for you so you understand. She drew it too. Thanks, that's so helpful. Where does the head go?
Maybe not. I think maybe not in this pose. Scratch that. How does it look, Brett?
That's a 2. Especially with the black outline, definitely a 2.
Yes! I actually love this for a thumbnail.
Day 12.
Without even seeing the tutorial. Are you doing the double loop or the single loop?
I'm just flailing.
Okay. You do this, and then you flip around and through. Is that a bowline?
Looks like it to me. Oh, mine looks like it. No, yours looks like it.
It's the same exact one.
Is that?
It's opposite.
I hit my own arm. Nailed it.
Like, over here, with the sunlight. Yeah. Flip around.
Wait, where do I flip? Here? Wait.
Okay. This one, the long end,
Mhm.
like that. I'll give it a little tail, like that.
Mhm.
And then around this. And then this through here. Boom.
Mine looks different.
Gonna miss these amazing sunrises and sunsets. Don't always appreciate them because I'm not always awake for both of them, but I've been awake for pretty much all of these sunrises and sunsets on this trip. Pretty great. No fish. We are once again kind of right on the verge of becalming. We're doing 3.7 knots, but that's thanks to a 1.5 knot current. Intentionally, we put ourselves in this 1.5 knot current during this becalmed, so we've done pretty good at timing our becalmings with currents. So we're still just kind of moving along in the perfect direction on 100, which is basically almost exactly eastward heading. And it should be like this through the night, and then tomorrow we should start getting wind again. And that wind should take us all the way to Horta.
How did you enjoy your day of sleep?
I slept a lot today. I needed sleep. I think I've been like a little bit deficit each day, and it's been catching up with me. And so today I slept most of the day.
So, when you're on a passage like this, I feel like every member of the crew is always paying attention, even when you're sleeping, even when you're unconscious inside. When you're the person inside, you are the first line of defense for if something were to go wrong inside. If there's water sloshing in the bilge, if the bilge pump is going off, if something smells like an electrical fire, if the bulkhead starts creaking, or the drawer is about to fall open. Like, there's so many different things that you're the first line of defense for when you are the person inside. So even though you're not technically on shift and you're in there resting and sleeping, I think all of us like keep one ear open, and we never sleep deeply on passages like this because we're always needing to be aware of everything that's going on. And you also need to always listen for the person outside, like if they're calling you and saying, hey, I need an assist, or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're always on to some degree.
Right. And I feel like Brett probably more than either of us, just because I feel like he takes on a lot of that burden, a lot of that, like, care for the boat. Yeah, like, he just is always really paying attention, so he never sleeps very deeply on passages. So, like, today it was so calm. Both Ayana and I are awake, and he's just, like, needed the sleep today.
Yeah, I just kind of disappeared for a few hours.
Yeah, like, most of the day.
Slept a couple hours out here where Penny is, and then a couple hours in bed. It was great.
So good.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, of course.
But also, for whatever reason, the neck on it, I think just how we had it stored, kind of got bowed. And so the strings were hitting. But this is adjustable, because it's a travel guitar, so we got it all adjusted. But anyways, what I was saying is it smells amazing. Ayana's working her magic again.
Hello.
Hello.
I promise I do more than cook.
You do a lot more than cook.
This is ready though.
Is it
You guys
really?
hungry?
Yeah, bring it on out. Let's eat.
Starving.
Some of you have commented and kind of been a little concerned about our food supply. We have a ton of food still. We could probably stay out here another month or two. Don't you think?
We easily have 6 to 9 months worth of food on the boat.
Oh yeah, if we went into like the deep storage, like food storage, because we have some actual like food storage, and yeah, we could probably do several months on those. But of just like our regular, canned foods and dry goods and stuff like that, we could still do
2 months?
a couple months, and that's without catching anything. So assuming we catch a fish every now and then, we could stay out here a long time. So we are not worried about running out of food. Yeah, and we have a lot of rice, a lot of beans, a lot of canned fruit, a lot of canned veggies, a lot of frozen veggies, a lot of frozen fruit. So yeah, we're good, and we're still eating good. Tonight we are having pad thai, which I'm very, very excited about. Wow, come on camera, focus. Thank you.
Yummy.
It was a quick work of it.
So, funny story. Ayana had pad thai for the very first time with us.
And only with you.
Yeah. Is this you've only ever had pad thai?
I've ever had pad thai with you.
With us.
Yeah.
You went to Thailand. She's been to Thailand. How have you not had pad thai?
Yeah, that's true. I had ramen.
I mean, that's good too.
Mhm. I've had a lot of ramen. I've had pho. Never pad thai. I don't
How
know,
was
maybe
it, Jade?
because they didn't have like vegetarian options.
Maybe.
I feel like that's like a vegetarian thing. You know what? Actually,
Going pretty slow here.
I was vegetarian vegan when we went to Thailand, and so we actually ended up
Trying a different app today on my watch. Let's see, we got 480 miles left. 480. Not bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
couldn't really eat any of it.
Right, yeah. So when we were there, lots of Indian food.
Guys, unbelievable. Like, what? What's going on
And
here?
we're still moving 3 knots.
Mm-hmm.
When are we expecting wind again?
Less than 24 hours.
What's it going to pick up to?
It'll still be really light.
Oh, okay. So, like,
More than what we had before. So a little
sort
faster.
of, yeah.
And
But
it'll
still
be on,
downwind. So.
It'll be on the beam, right?
Okay.
So we'll be moving 15 on the beam. We should be able to do in 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll cruise in last few days.
The days are merging together, guys.
They are.
Today's day 14.
Right. 4 more days.
I feel like we had a lot of energy in the beginning, and it's slowly dwindling.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like these 14 days have taken about 3 days.
You think it went by fast?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that way like 3 days ago, but then since we hit our lull in the wind,
That's
it's felt really slow.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel ready to get there.
I'm definitely having a little bit of get-there-itis.
You just did that right on my foot.
Gross.
Like
These noodles are perfect.
Did anyone else pick up on that?
Wow. Come look at this, Jade.
Oh, the battery's about to die. The battery's gonna die, but you can't really see anything.
You guys are.
I promise it looks amazing.
You guys probably can't even see us at all, huh?
No.
But there's a lot of stars in the Milky Way.
So we're gonna sit out here and stargaze.
We can just tell you about it because we can't capture it on video, but the sky right now is just stunning. I wonder if we could put the Insta360 on the drone,
And fly to space.
above the drone,
And
then
do a long exposure.
do a long exposure and then fly the drone to catch up with the
How
boat.
stable is it?
Not even remotely that.
Better interest in this.
Wow. It is beautiful out there. Beautiful. So we were just watching Cinderella, and now Jade's dragging a bucket behind behind the boat, and it's stirring up the bioluminescence, so she's like Cinderella now.
I'm really not sure how this makes me like Cinderella.
What?
How does this make me like Cinderella?
Because you're sparkling with blue magic around you.
Oh. Can it pick up on the camera?
Definitely not. But I figured it was worth a shot.
I wish I could show you guys how beautiful the bioluminescence are. It's like we're in a sea of stars. We have stars below us and stars above us.
That's beautiful.
Okay, question number 1. You guys were so quick on Instagram. Like, awesome. For those of you guys who want to follow our Instagram, it's at Expedition Evans, and Ayana's is at Pirate Princess Chronicles. So we'll alternate. Okay, as people have been responding on both Instagram accounts. Question number 1, how much does it cost to sail the North Atlantic? The actual sailing part is free, but aside from like already owning the boat, I guess like the amount of money we spent on provisioning for the few weeks out here, plus fuel. So let's start with
About $1,000.
yeah, provisions. We spent probably like $500. Do you think that's accurate?
Probably 1,000 on food.
1,000 on food. Yeah. Okay. And then,
Like all in all. Because
Yeah.
I think you guys already had some stuff.
Yeah, we did. We already had a lot.
oh yeah, the stuff we provisioned in the Bahamas
Yeah.
too. So we probably spent about 1,000 on food. Keep in mind, I'm gluten free. That stuff's expensive, especially on an island. And our provisioning was done in the Bahamas and Bermuda, which are both very expensive places to buy food. And then fuel, we spent 800.
Well, in Bermuda, we only spent like 300.
Well, okay, let's just say you fill up the tanks,
Oh, fill up the tanks?
like 600.
I don't know. We could do the math real quick. I mean, we just say we have
Depends
100
where you're
gallons.
buying too.
Yeah, if we say 100 gallons at $5 a gallon, so $500.
Yeah, right. Because if you're coming from the States, you can go to Costco and you can get everything for really
That's
cheap.
Exactly.
And gas prices aren't as much.
It would be a
but-
lot cheaper if you were starting from like Virginia,
Oh,
which
for
is
sure.
another like that's kind of a big send-off point for this crossing.
Yeah, so those are the two things we did ahead of time, but then there are also things like we ripped our sail, we'll need to get that probably professionally fixed. The boom vang will probably need to get that fixed. What else? I mean, a couple other regular repair things, so probably...
It's a complicated question.
Yeah, I mean, and it's probably a few $1,000s at least.
This one kind of piggybacks off of it. It says, is travel range based on food or other consumables? What is your maximum range?
Range? Oh.
A lot of people were worried about, like, if we're going to run out of food.
Yeah.
We're definitely not going to run out of food. If we rationed, we have like a year's worth of food on board. Like if our sails rip, our mast falls down, nobody can come find us, and we're just floating out here, which has happened to cruisers.
Yeah.
Not to freak out anybody. I think we could live for a year easy, as long as our water maker doesn't break.
It's way too windy back here for me.
If our water
Yeah,
maker
we could probably
break,
do a year with food, especially if we caught some fish, which we would try harder in that situation.
Definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, so we're not worried about food. Probably our range would probably honestly be diesel. Would be like running the generator to keep things topped off.
Oh yeah. I know, but we could even like.
But we could cut way down on power consumption.
I think my personal range would be about 3 months, because we would run out of fresh food after maybe a month if we provisioned really, really well. Maybe a little sooner, depending.
Yeah.
And I think 2 months without any fresh produce, I'd be like calling it.
Okay, I'm done. That'd be off.
Yeah, give me a grocery store. But yeah, that would be like my preference range.
Yeah.
We've gone 2 full months without grocery shopping in the Bahamas.
Yeah, without any stores at all.
Yeah, no stores. That was nice.
Yep.
Okay. Is it your turn? Or is it my turn now?
Good.
Go ahead. Do you guys have a grill on the boat? Yes.
We have a propane barbecue right here that it does work. Use little green 1-pound propane bottles, but it's kind of hard to use while we're sailing because it doesn't gimbal itself, and so whatever you put on there is gonna either fall like to the very outside of the boat or inside of the boat. So it's really terrain anchored.
Your turn.
Are killer whales a concern with what's been going on?
Yes.
Not right now, not on this sail, but they will be when we sail from the Azores to like mainland into the Med. Definitely a concern.
Yeah, so this passage so our trip from Bahamas to Bermuda was technically like the first quarter of the passage. And then Bermuda to the Azores is like
2 and 3
quarters and 3 quarters. And then we'll be in the Azores for a while. I don't know how long we'll be there. But once we leave the Azores, then we'll have another week, and then that'll get us to the Mediterranean. And it's at the end of that week, so about like a week and a half from where we are now, that's where the whales are, attacking boats.
I think a lot of people are really scared because they're thinking that it's happening like in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
But it's actually happening within like an 8-mile range from land.
Mm-hmm.
So if something did happen, the chances of us like getting lost at sea or even the boat sinking are very low because help would be so close.
Yeah, it has. A lot of boats have had their rudders disabled or ripped off, and I think all but like 1 or 2, maybe 3, have been towed safely in.
Yeah.
So
I think last time I checked, only 1 boat had actually sunk, but I haven't checked since we started this passage. Because of that, because when boats start taking on water, the towboats are like right there already helping them get in. So
yeah, so it's a concern, but we're not freaking out about it, not yet.
It would be kind of amazing in a horrible way. Like how cool would it be to see the whales?
See like 20 orcas right there.
Yeah, I mean I do not want that to happen, and we will do our best to avoid that. And what you also need to happen is a lot of boats are getting hit, but this is in the Strait of Gibraltar, which is the entrance to the Mediterranean. There are so many boats going through that area every single day that are not getting hit by whales. So like the statistical chance is actually still pretty low, though higher than it used to be, definitely.
And higher than it is in the rest of the world.
Anywhere else, yeah.
Anywhere else, yeah. But yeah, definitely a concern.
Yes.
Do you have a question?
I think it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see.
I have one if you need a minute. This one's kind of easy.
Yeah, go with that one.
It says, has anyone gotten seasick and how do you deal with it?
There have been 2 spews on this passage. First one by me.
Second one by me.
Yep.
Yeah, I honestly never spewed. None of us really get I would not classify any of us as seasickies though.
No.
Yeah, each time you guys got sick, it kind of was just quick and over with, especially Brett.
Yeah, it just kind of, it's like if the sea state is just right, that your body's like, oh, I don't like this. But it's just a kind of a split second. It was the same for you. Like, you were fine, and then you were sick, and then you were fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, It's just kind of if the waves hit just right. But yeah.
Yeah, it really hasn't been bad. So piggybacking, another question was, do the dogs ever get seasick? And I would say no.
No.
I think that they get seasick the way I do sometimes. Like they'll be like, I'm a little uncomfortable, but they've never spewed either of them. So that's lucky. Some dogs do get seasick. It's kind of like people.
Yeah. But how do we deal with it if you're seasick? I mean, there are 3 of us. Even when there's just 2 of us, though, really you just kind of lay down and just kind of take a break. You go to sleep if you can.
Take motion sickness.
Yeah,
bumming,
we try to avoid it though.
if it's really bad.
Yeah. I used to get seasick a lot earlier on, and I tried, ginger chews. I tried eating goldfish, which I liked, but they kind of hurt coming up. Tried all the things, and honestly, it was just kind of time for me. Like, now that we've been sailing longer, I just don't anymore.
Yeah, he used to get so seasick. He would go green, and I used to have to single-hand sail the first day or 2 every passage because he would be so
Yeah, I'd be sick for like 24
so
hours.
sick. But yeah, he persevered, and look at you now.
Yeah.
And momentarily, how you deal with it, just off the back.
Get it over with. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get up, you throw it off the side, and then you're good.
With the
How
wind.
With
How
the
did
wind.
I don't know how to do Instagram. How
Yeah.
did you make them all show up like that? Are you guys still getting along? I would say actually better than at the beginning. I think the first week, Brett and I were bickering a lot. We were not getting along, but I think we were just kind of annoying each other. And then Ayana was like, these guys are fighting nonstop.
No, I was not.
No, I don't think she even noticed that we were bickering. It was
I didn't,
subtle.
because for me, I felt like it started off good, and then by maybe day 5, you guys were getting under each other's skin a little bit, and then you guys talked it out
we
or
needed to talk
whatever.
it out, yeah.
Fought it out, and
Yeah, at one
That
point
was
I'm
it.
like, man, he's mad at me today. And Ayana's like, what?
It's
It's settled.
I stay out of it. I'm
Yeah.
like, any second I feel any tension, I'm just like, headphones, not my
Yeah.
business.
She's actually really good for that. Like if we're I feel like sometimes you would have somebody around and they want to get involved and pick sides in an argument.
See that bird?
Ayana is she knows and she's out. She's
not
like,
in there.
yeah, I'm glad. That bird's just circling
Yeah,
us.
we're getting circled by a bird. It's not a vulture though. Yeah, I think it was enough days of poor sleep that it kind of caught up to us, and then we kind of got in our groove, and now we're good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as far as the 3 of us,
Oh yeah, you're great.
solid.
Penny.
Super solid.
Let's tether her if she wants to chase a bird. Come here.
Little
Get down.
Mexican. Penny, get down.
Come here, look. Got a feather on you.
She wants that bird.
Hello, buddy.
Hey,
That's
bird.
Spencer.
Is it? That's
Doesn't
a good
he
name.
kind of look like a
He
Spencer?
does look like a Spencer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, who is playing cello? Love to hear some music. I play the cello. I have been playing the cello for a while. Since I was a child.
But hasn't in a very long time.
I know I played for the first time a few weeks ago. I think it was the blooper on a video. I doubt I will ever perform for you. I think that even showing you guys the painting I did of Ayana was painful for me. I feel like that piece of my heart that creates art and creates music and loves that, I just want to keep that to myself and cherish it and keep it safe. If other people share it, they might say, I don't know.
But it is very beautiful to
What
witness
setting is our
both
radar
of those things.
I don't know. I thought you must have changed it. It looks like clouds now.
Jade has had her cello on the wall since they moved onto the boat.
Yeah.
And hasn't taken it off. And when we were in Bermuda, we were just kind of getting in a musical vibe, I think.
Ayana was playing the ukulele horribly and was having so much confidence doing it. She was just
I'm like, guys, look at
having
this.
the time of her life, doing 3 strums and then singing Disney music off key and just having the joy of creation. And I feel like I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time feeling proud of the fact that I'm just doing it. And I lean towards not wanting to show anybody unless it's really good. And I don't feel proud of it unless it's really something that I feel is remarkable or perfectly done. And so I felt like Ayana was a really good example for me of just having the joy in creating, which I feel is at the heart of it.
Yeah.
So it got me playing again, which is
Yay.
good. Okay, next question. Your turn.
What encouraged you guys to buy a boat and live on it? Also, how many years have you had it?
We were 100% inspired to buy a boat by sailing the Vagabond. We grew up in
100%.
Arizona, and we didn't even know people lived on boats. And we saw their channel. I'm a little proud of this. We are one of the first 50,000 subscribers on Sailing La Vagabond's YouTube channel. Like, we started watching them. We are OG La Vaga fans. It just took us a really long time to save up enough money to buy a boat. And, like, we saw them doing it. We knew we wanted to travel. We knew we wanted to do tiny living. And, yeah, so they inspired us. What was the second half of that question?
How long did we do it? We bought the boat in 2020, in the heart of COVID, or the kind of the beginning of COVID. And then we spent about a year rebuilding it, saving up money to be able to go. And then we started cruising in 2021.
And all that is chronicled on the channel if you guys watch from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy because our timelines are so, like, sunk.
So
we bought our boat.
Synced?
They're in sync.
Cute
We
Brett
bought our
singing.
boats the same month, I think.
Yes.
Pretty close, yeah.
Didn't know each other. We were inspired by the same people. I had not known about. I had found La Vagabond 3 months prior to buying my boat.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, you were on that.
Yeah, I
wow,
was
ours
like,
was
yep,
a couple years.
That's how
but
I want to live.
But I mean, we got the little boat.
That's true.
But
Yeah, wild.
Very cool. Very cool.
How long will Pirate Viking Princess be staying with you once you get to Europe?
Probably a while. I mean, she doesn't have a flight out of here. So I think that we talked about, like, she spent all of this effort getting us to Europe. She's got to stay on the boat and enjoy Europe for a while. And, like, we've got to have our Italian Tuscany coast summer, you know?
Then we still need to find, a stable with no saddles and archery.
Yes.
So
Which
it's gonna take a minute.
contenders
Yeah.
for that already.
Really?
I do.
Awesome. And she is boat shopping as well, and there are a lot of really good boats available in Europe, so she's going to be touring boats as we travel.
Yeah, so I would say probably until the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no dead plan, like no hard plans or
Yeah.
whatever.
Again, we don't really plan
Yeah,
much.
we're not planners.
Yeah. Figure it out as we go.
Is Brett going to keep his ATP active?
I mean, no. I haven't flown for a few years, so I'm already not current. I couldn't go fly commercially right now without having to do some refreshing, but it doesn't like ever expire. I'm still always technically going to be a pilot, so it just depends on, am I going to use it? Probably not.
But an important thing for people like not familiar with the aviation world is that when he were to get a job at a new company, they will send him to training anyway.
Yeah.
And the 2 weeks of training will get him, or whatever, maybe you might need a little more time, month of training.
Yeah.
That would get him current. So even if, like, there's no point keeping your currencies current, because if you were to get a job, they would send you to training regardless of if it was current or not. And then you do like that training.
Yep.
Every year. So not too.
Basically means you're an airline pilot. I have an airline pilot license.
Oh yeah, we didn't even start with that.
I
We
know.
just
Yeah,
went
I realized most people have no idea what ATP is.
Does sailing around the world meet, exceed, or fall short of your expectations? Jonathan Russell, that is a great question. That's like profound. Why don't you start us off on that?
Always exceeding my expectations.
Same.
Every day. Like, you can never know everything. You're always learning every day. There's always an exhilarating experience or a calming, like, what's the word for that? Like, it's either exhilarating or it's, like, serene and, like, peaceful.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but
There's
what we
so
talked about
much.
was like 90% just like chill, relaxing, beautiful, and then 10% like exhilaration, heart pounding,
Yeah.
chaos.
And challenge. There's a lot of
challenge,
challenge and hard work, and so it's very rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah, we all fall in the same category. We like struggle. Like we like doing hard things because we like the way it feels to grow and to learn. And like me swimming with the jellyfish the other day. Like, neither Brett or Ayana could step in and do it for me because they both inherently understood that I needed to overcome that for myself. So like their role was to support me in doing that. And like none of us are people who want somebody to take that away from us. Like we all want the opportunity to just grow.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, let's talk on that, because there were some people that didn't understand that even though Jade was, reluctant or fearful in a sense to go in, me and Brett both knew that she still wanted to do that.
Right.
And that was just, like, an unsaid knowledge, I think. And some people didn't understand that.
Definitely,
Who
yeah.
watched.
Some people get really vicious and mean towards Brett when I do things, as though me being capable of me like fixing the boat means that Brett is less. Like, because if he were more of a man, I wouldn't have to do anything. But that's just not how our relationship works. Like, I want to do stuff. So he's, I think, a really great man because he is just supportive and like happy to have me do things because he likes seeing me do the things I like doing, and isn't gonna stop me from doing that because. Do you have anything to say with that?
No.
How are Penny and Dingo the real stars of the show? From Instagram account A Little Crazy.
How are they?
They are definitely the real stars of the show.
Definitely.
I was cracking up because Ayana was like filming Penny. She's like, "This isn't your show," and everybody's like, "No, no."
No, this is the Penny show.
This is the Penny show. Like this is Penny's show. Everybody else is cast.
Yeah.
They are doing really good, actually. I think day like 8 or 9 when we were sailing upwind. I think like day 9, Dingo was like, I think I'm a little over this, and he was a little sad.
Yeah, we've been healed over for like 48 hours, and it was just kind of hard to walk around. And he was like, "Guys, can we stop?"
Yeah,
like,
he had a rough
kind of
day
tired.
that day.
Yeah.
But ever since then, they're like, I feel like they're doing better now than they were like week 1.
100%.
I wish we could like pan to them because they're
I know.
each like so comfortable on opposite settees.
Yeah, they're both sitting in a patch of sun right now.
Yeah, like Dingo this
Cats.
morning woke up super happy and ran outside, went to the bathroom, came inside. We wrestled for a while. Like they're doing great.
They're doing really great. And we've chosen a really calm weather window, and there are options with our weather window where we could have gotten there faster.
We'd probably be there by now.
Yeah. So like the group that we were with at the beginning, all of them are going to beat us there by probably a couple of days because we made the decision to come to where the wind was lighter and the sea state was calmer because, I mean, for us and for the dogs, like we would rather it take longer and be more comfortable. And so yeah, it's been really comfortable.
And
So
enjoyable.
They're doing good. They're doing really good. I think boat life with dogs is a really interesting one because passages isn't ideal. I mean, they would much rather be running on the beach. But we did the math. I think I talked about this, it got cut. But we did the math at one point about passage making, and last year we spent 22 days at sea, like total, the entire
Where
year.
they couldn't go to land.
Yeah. So 22 days where the dogs can go to the land, and then the other 365 minus 22, what was that? 343? 343 days where they were at land, and I don't remember what the percentage was, but it was like 98% of the time the dogs are running on the beach every day. So for us, I feel like the
Which is
passages...
better than most people in the world, I think.
I
That's
think
pretty
so.
good.
Yeah, so the passages are kind of like a necessary to keep that going, but I think it's worth it.
And the amount of time you guys are able to spend with them, like, people don't get to spend that much time with their dogs.
Yeah. I think our dogs have really good lives. And we do a lot to try to make sure they're happy and comfortable.
And they bring a lot to our life too.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want to do this without them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get people commenting all the time, like, "Oh, you need to rehome them, what you're doing is cruel." They'd be so much happier. And I can say firmly, our dogs would be devastated if we rehomed them. We are Dingo's 4th family. It took him almost 2 full years to believe that we were going to keep him. We are not going to just get rid of our dogs. Like, that's absolutely not. Next question is asking for updates on, like, where is Dre? Why didn't he come? / is Ayana, did they break up? Like, is Ayana single?
This will be our final question because we know there's been a lot of comments wanting to know more about Ayana and her life and
Right.
everything. So
for our long-term followers, you guys have actually met Ayana before when she was still on Naida. We were moored next to each other in Florida for a long time and also in the Bahamas together. And so you guys have met her before and with her previous partner and also her boat. So some people are wanting some updates on that because now we have Ayana here.
Yeah, not a lot of people got the neighborhood reference when Brett originally asked me, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Or what did you say? Like,
I don't remember.
where did you come from?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was just in the neighborhood because we had our 3 boats in Fort Lauderdale.
Which we call the neighborhood, and it was us, SV Naida, and SV Spirit Animal, and we spent like 6 months there together.
It was like 6 to 8 months. We were all stuck in Fort Lauderdale trying to get our boats ready for the Bahamas. It was such a great time.
It was a good time.
That's a little neighborhood.
Yeah, we had like suffering together.
We did.
What do they call that?
Trauma bonding.
Trauma bonding. Yeah.
Yep.
I am single. Me and Dre have split, and we're selling the boat in Miami together. Yeah, so going forward, I'm hopping around, trying to still sail as much as possible while I look for a new boat, and hopefully start a channel of my own once that gets going.
Yeah. You spent a little bit of time on Spirit Animal in the Bahamas.
I spent a little bit of time on Spirit Animal at the beginning of the year, and then I always come back to Fort Lauderdale for the month of March for work. And then right after that ended, I came here.
Yes.
So that's been my year so far, and it's been really, really great.
Really great. And we actually, we planned it. We're like, Ayana's going to be done with work. She can cross the Atlantic with us. And so it's been the plan all year.
Yeah, I think, as soon as you sent the message, I was like, obviously.
Yeah, I actually think you did say obviously. You're like, obviously.
Yeah. I was like, hey,
oh,
can you
okay.
stay in the Atlantic with us? Yes, obviously.
I'm just picturing you guys like, how should we word this?
100%.
And me being like, yeah, I was waiting for this for months.
I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah, so on the docket for the future, European summer, we're going to see if we can find Ayana a boat and keep
European
adventure.
lover, like all sorts of good stuff.
And cut.
Anyways, the cameras can overheat, so thank you guys for the questions. Thanks for tuning in on day 15. And we're actually filming this on, no. Today's day 15. The video you're watching is day 14, so thanks for watching 14. We're gonna go start filming day 15. I don't have any braids, so I
know, we need to catch up on braids today for today's.
There's a lot of comments. People say you guys need to do your braids.
I know.
So
We'll discuss that in tomorrow's video.
okay. Thanks, guys.
The days have kind